You need to hear this before it's too late. Mercury retrograde is ending on April 7th. But the final days are not just about wrapping things up. They're a spiritual checkpoint, a portal of choice. And if you miss this moment, you might carry unfinished karmic weight into the next cycle. Everything feels off for a reason. There are 9 sacred things you must do now, and I'll reveal each of them before the energy seals shut. You might be feeling drained, and that's not just in your head. There's a heaviness hanging in the air, like something unseen is pressing on your chest, slowing your thoughts, making even the smallest tasks feel like mountains. This isn't laziness. This isn't weakness. This is energy in motion, ancient, celestial, and powerful. Mercury's retrograde has been tugging at your roots, unearthing old wounds, lost voices, forgotten truths. It's no wonder you feel emotional whiplash. One moment ready to break free, the next collapsing inward. You are not broken. You are becoming. This week's energy is stirring something deep within you. Memories, regrets, desires you thought were long buried. But they're rising now for a reason. The universe is not punishing you. It's preparing you. So if you feel on edge, uncertain, raw, breathe. You're in the right place. And there is something powerful waiting for you at the end of this message. Mercury retrograde is not just a planetary backspin, it's a cosmic mirror, a sacred spiral inward. From March into early April, Mercury, the planet of thought, speech, and soul contracts, has been moving in reverse through the celestial sky. But this isn't chaos, it's choreography, the universe rewinding the tape so you can hear what you missed, feel what you ignored, and speak what you've been too afraid to say. And now, as Mercury prepares to shift forward again, on April 7th, we stand at a doorway between timelines. 1 foot in the old story, 1 foot ready to step into something new. This is the moment the veil lifts, the final breath before the recalibration. It's when truth is clearest, but only for those who are still enough to listen. You may feel like time is bending, like conversations from the past are echoing louder. That's because this isn't just a reset, it's a reckoning. Mercury's shadow phase still lingers, and the choices you make right now will ripple into the next 88-day cycle. This moment is rare. This energy is thin, sharp, alive. Don't sleepwalk through it. There's one thing, one spiritual misstep, you absolutely must avoid before Mercury retrograde ends. And it's this: do not rush the process. Right now, you may feel the itch to act fast, to send the message, make the decision, force the clarity. Your mind wants to leap forward, but your soul is still processing. If you push too soon, if you speak from reaction instead of reflection, you could block the very blessing that's trying to find you. Because Mercury is still tender, still turned inward, like a seed that's just starting to break open beneath the soil. There's power here, yes, but also fragility. And if you've already spoken out of frustration, if you've already made a decision in haste or fear, breathe. You're not lost. You haven't ruined your timeline. There's still space for healing, for course correcting. Mercury retrograde is a sacred spiral. It's never linear. It gives you loops, so you can return to what matters with more awareness than before. But you must slow down. Let your answers rise from the stillness, not the static. Because this is the final stretch, and the way you move through these last hours will echo into the months ahead. So please, pause. Don't rush the message. Don't force the closure. Don't chase what's trying to dissolve. Your clarity is coming, but only if you give it space to arrive. So what should you do instead? First, give yourself permission to slow everything down. Create sacred space, even if it's just for a few minutes. Light a candle, not just as decoration, but as a conscious signal to your soul that you are entering a moment of stillness. Watch the flame flicker. Let it mirror the uncertainty you're feeling and the quiet power you hold within it. Next, write. Not to plan, not to strategize, just write. Open a page and ask yourself, what am I truly ready to release? Don't judge what comes out. Let your heart speak freely. During the final days of a retrograde, your subconscious becomes loud in the silence. Give it space to be heard. Spend time in solitude, especially in nature, if you can. Even a walk under the sky or sitting beneath a tree will recalibrate your nervous system and reconnect you with the Earth's steady rhythm. Mercury is the messenger, but when he moves slowly, it's the Earth that teaches you how to listen. Another powerful act is reflection, not action. Revisit a journal entry from earlier this month. Reread that message you never sent. Look back at where you were when this retrograde began. You'll start to see what's changed, what's shifted inside you. These realizations aren't loud, but they're life-altering. And finally, speak kindly to yourself. Whisper words you needed to hear weeks ago. I trust myself. I forgive myself. I'm not late. I'm arriving. Words carry energy. And right now, every word you speak is amplified. Choose those that nourish your nervous system and cradle your spirit. These small rituals, so simple, so human, are how you move in harmony with cosmic forces. They remind the universe that you're listening, you're aligned, and you're ready, not to control the outcome, but to walk with trust into what's next. This is how you claim your power back. Not by doing more, but by listening more deeply. And Mercury hears you. But there's something else coming. A moment you might not see right away, but you'll feel it. There will be a conversation, a temptation, a memory. Something will return, not as punishment, but as prophecy. It may look like someone ignoring your boundary again. It may feel like the urge to reach out to someone you swore you'd finally let go of. It might even arrive in silence, a quiet ache of self-doubt whispering that nothing has really changed. But this is not a setback. It's a sacred test. You are being asked one very clear question. Will you choose the old pattern or something new? This moment, this trap cloaked in familiarity, is where Mercury speaks in riddles. He will show you what used to trigger you. He will place the past in your path, dressed in a new outfit, to see if you'll fall into the same energetic loop. Don't panic if you feel the pull. The spiritual test is not about perfection. It's about presence. Will you recognize the red flag sooner this time? Will you pause before reacting? Will you hear the echo of your former self trying to speak and lovingly choose not to respond? You may feel tired. You may feel emotional. You may ask, why am I still dealing with this? But that very question is proof of your awakening. Because now, you're aware. You're not sleepwalking through these cycles anymore. You are watching. You are feeling. You are choosing. And that is power. Remember, Mercury rules communication, but in retrograde, he turns the volume up on the unspoken. You might misread a text. Someone may misinterpret your words. Emotions may be high, and clarity may be low. Don't fight to be understood. Right now, fight to stay in alignment. If your old coping mechanisms rise up, shutting down, people-pleasing, over-explaining, take a breath. That is your cue. That is the trap. And the only way to pass this test is with presence. You're not who you were the last time this happened. You have tools now. You have insight. You have intuition. This time, you can pause before you press send. You can walk away instead of spiraling in. You can hold your truth without needing someone else to validate it. And when you do, when you choose the new path, even if it's just one tiny shift, you collapse a karmic cycle. You close a door with love. You send a message to the universe. I've learned. I'm listening. I'm ready for what's next. And the universe will answer. So, if it feels hard today, if it feels like you're being pulled backward, don't resist the feelings. Witness them, bless them, then release them. The real test is not about whether you stumble. It's about whether you return to yourself faster than you did before. That's growth. That's healing. That's mastery. And you're already doing it. There is a moment, quiet, still, barely perceptible, where everything shifts. It won't come with fanfare. It won't announce itself. But if you are paying attention, if you are fully here, you will feel it. A soft exhale, a loosening in your chest. The silence after the storm when you realize you're still standing. Something invisible will click into place, and it will feel like home inside your own body. This is the breakthrough. And no, it didn't come with lightning. It came with your decision to keep going, to keep trusting, to keep showing up in the face of confusion, chaos, and cosmic contradiction. You are not breaking. You are breaking through. All this time, the Mercury retrograde was not punishing you. It was purifying you. It was stripping away the illusions, the noise, the distractions that kept you in energetic cycles that no longer match the person you are becoming. You are being invited into alignment, not the kind that is curated on the outside, but the kind that emerges from within. The kind that can't be faked. The kind that stays, even when everything else falls away. Look back, just for a second. See how far you've come. See what you've survived. You've been walking through a labyrinth of mirrors, each reflection showing you a version of yourself that once felt true. And now, you've outgrown it all. That heartbreak, that setback, that moment you thought would end you, it refined you. It revealed your capacity to regenerate. This is the power of Mercury retrograde. If you let it, it doesn't destroy you. It resets you. It hands you the broken pieces of your former life and whispers, now, make it sacred. You were never meant to stay the same. You were meant to rise. And here you are, holding the wisdom you once begged the universe for. So what now? What happens when the fog lifts and the cosmic spell begins to break? You choose again. You choose with clarity, with intuition, with soul. Because now, you are not operating from fear. You are responding from truth. Let the old versions of you fall away. Let the timeline collapse. Let the plans that didn't work out make room for what will. You were never late. You were never behind. You were always on time for your divine unfolding. And maybe, just maybe, all that chaos, all those delays, all those miscommunications were not blocks. They were redirects. They were Mercury's way of saying, not this way, beloved. There's something better. And that something better is already on its way to you. You don't need to chase it. You don't need to force it. You just need to become the version of you who can receive it. So breathe deeper, speak slower, move softer. Let this final phase of retrograde be your sacred integration. Light the candle. Say the prayer. Walk barefoot on the earth. Write the letter you'll never send. Clean the drawer that holds memories you're ready to release. These small acts, they are not meaningless. They are rituals. They are how you remind the universe, I am ready to receive differently. And as Mercury prepares to station direct, so too will your path begin to clear. The answers will return. The energy will lift. The clarity will arrive not with noise, but with resonance. You'll just know. You'll feel it in your body. You'll hear it in the space between thoughts. You'll see signs not because you're desperate for them, but because your soul is now attuned to divine timing. The breakthrough is not something outside of you. It's not waiting on a date on the calendar or a shift in the stars. It's you. You are the shift. You are the clarity. You are the portal. And now, it's time. Time to speak from your healed throat. Time to walk the new path with open hands. Time to trust that every detour was sacred. Every delay was divine. Every loss was a clearing. This is not the end. This is your reawakening. And if you feel it in your heart, if something deep in your bones says yes, then know this. You passed the test. You made it through the fog. And now, you rise. So now, beloved, exhale. Let yourself land softly, fully, back into your body. Everything we've explored together, the cosmic chaos, the emotional unraveling, the spiritual test, the breakthrough, it has been a lot. And you've held it all with more grace than you realize. Now, it's time to rest. You don't need to do anything right now. In fact, the most powerful thing you can do is be. Be still. Be gentle. Be tender with yourself, as you would with someone you love who's just come through a storm. Because that's exactly what you've done. You've walked through psychic winds and emotional weather. You've released timelines. You've cracked open your own soul to let the light in. And now, you are integrating. And integration takes softness. It takes silence. It takes allowing. This moment is not for forcing clarity, for demanding answers, or for rushing into what's next. This is the sacred pause, the exhale after the breakthrough, the quiet moment when the soul recalibrates. Honor it. If you've been feeling tired, rest. If you've been emotionally tender, hold yourself. If your body is asking for stillness, solitude, or nature, give it what it needs. This is where the real alchemy happens, not in the intensity of the peak, but in the sacred quiet that follows. Let your nervous system catch up to your spirit. Let your mind release the questions it's been clinging to. Let your breath deepen again and remind your heart, it's safe to relax now. You are safe. You are held. You are whole. There's nothing broken, nothing missing, nothing wrong that needs fixing. Only sacred shifts, unfolding in their perfect timing. You are not behind. You are not late. You are right on time for the version of you that's being born through all of this. So give yourself permission to be in between for a while, between the letting go and the becoming, between the breakdown and the rebuilding, between the old identity and the emerging self. This is liminal space, and it is sacred. You don't need to rush to understand everything right now. The clarity will come. The next step will rise to meet you. But for now, let yourself feel what's real. What are you proud of yourself for? What did you survive that no one else saw? What truth did you reclaim in the silence? Take a deep breath and name it, even if it's just a whisper, even if it's just in your heart. You are integrating new truth now. Truth about your power, your intuition, your resilience, your worth. And that deserves reverence. If tears want to come, let them. If your body wants to sway, stretch, or curl into a blanket, let it. If your spirit craves ritual, write a letter to your old self. Burn it in a safe flame and bless the ashes. If you simply want to stare at the sky and remember you are made of the same stardust, do that. Because this is the return to self, not the doing, but the being. Let the wisdom of this retrograde soak into your cells. Let it ripple into the way you speak to yourself tomorrow. Let it echo in the choices you make next week. Let it guide the boundaries you hold, the relationships you nurture, the dreams you say yes to. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. You don't have to explain what shifted inside you. You know. And that knowing is enough. This isn't about a perfect spiritual path. It's about authenticity, alignment, sovereignty, listening to your own soul more than the noise around you. Confirmation that you're not crazy, that what you're feeling is real, that your timing is divine, that you are being transformed in invisible ways, and you don't have to rush the process. And I'm here, walking beside you. Until next time, be gentle with yourself. The integration has already begun, or just sit in the quiet presence of knowing you're not alone. And if your heart whispered, "I want more of this," know that you're invited to stay. And if there's someone in your life, maybe a sister soul, a fellow seeker, a quiet mystic, who needs to hear this too, feel free to pass this message along. Sometimes the right words at the right time can be the mirror someone didn't even know they were searching for. And you might be the messenger. So share if you feel the nudge. Subscribe if you feel the pull. Comment if your soul has something to say. But most of all, trust your timing. Trust your knowing. Trust that you're exactly where you need to be, even if the path ahead still feels uncertain. Because the stars are watching. Your ancestors are cheering. Thank you for letting your spirit lead. We'll meet again when the sky shifts, when the moon speaks, when the cosmos calls. Until then, stay open, stay grounded, stay luminous, and above all, stay you.